Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. You are tuned into Esoteric Wisdoms and Spiritual Truths. My name is Nehru, and I am an esoteric guide here for the 10th and final time on this journey in the 3D to this planet. Nothing that I say about myself is made up, okay? Everything that I speak of concerning myself and my journey about the 3D can be proven. Everything can be proven, okay? With 3D records, okay? Everything that I say can be proven about myself in the 3D with 3D records. We'll get started in just a moment. I encourage you as you tune in, okay, to pay attention to the frequencies around you, okay, as whatever is going on in the moment, okay. When you hear a horn honk, I feel like that's kind of loud. Let me turn that down. Whatever you might hear around you as far as confirmations are concerned. So these could be horn honks, these could be children playing, these could be a scream, these could be cats or dogs fighting, barking, meowing. Pay attention to all of the synchronicities around you, not just when I say confirmation, okay? So pay attention to those things around you as well, okay? And again, thank you so much to all of our regular listeners, those of you that tune in on the regular basis. We have recently, I have at least, been missing, okay, been missing a few that used to tune in on a regular basis. And that could be because they're busy. That could be because my lives are happening in a time when they are not available. That could be for a number of reasons, okay? I make no assumptions. I make no assumptions, okay? And so, yeah. Hello, Janice. That name is extremely intrinsic to my journey. Extremely intrinsic to my journey. The name Janice and 2008, okay? And the 80s. Janice 2008 and the 80s and the 80s, okay? So if you were physically here during the 80s, perhaps that's significant for you as well, okay? That decade, the 80s, Ronald Reagan, the name Nancy, okay? Oliver and North, Oliver and North, okay? The 80s, okay? Crack cocaine, crack cocaine, crack cocaine, the 80s, Michael Jackson, the 80s, Bruce Springsteen, the 80s, okay? 1980 to 1989, okay? The Challenger, okay, explosion, okay, the Challenger explosion. I remember exactly where I was, classroom and everything in 1980, in the 1980s when that happened. I remember exactly where I was when that spaceship Challenger, okay, exploded, okay? Born in the 60s, confirmation, okay? Graduated in 78, okay? One of the interesting things when I look at the algorithms, one of the interesting things about this channel. Okay, it's not me. Okay, it's the energy that is drawn here. One of the interesting things about the 80s is the age brackets. Okay, and so when you look at the algorithms for a YouTube channel, if you go into YouTube Studio, it will show you the age ranges of those, or at least what they registered as their birthday. It shows you different things. And so one of the things that's interesting to me is that this channel, even when it was psychic investigators, okay, it was the real psychic investigators, all right, prior to esoteric wisdom and spiritual truths. And it's an older crowd that is the majority of the listeners. It's an older crowd. So what do I mean by older? They are between mm, 55 and 80. That's the majority of the listeners. That's 60, 70% of the listeners is an older crowd. I think that's really interesting. I think that's really, really interesting. Okay? So, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? Older crowd, as they call you. Okay? Older crowd, as they call you. All right? It shows, okay, that age knows no bounds, spiritual wisdom knows no bounds, okay? And divine source can reach anyone regardless of their earthly age. In the last live, someone asked me how old was I, okay? And so I am in my 52nd year, even though I am 51. And for those of you who understand that, okay, you understand that on your birthday, you journey into the following year. So if you are 25, you are in your 26th year. Okay? If you are 20, you are in your 21st year. If you are 70, you are in your 71st year. Okay? So, yeah. All right. Again, thank you so much to everyone who's tuning in. In the last live, we did have someone who said they were going to report this channel, okay? Because in that live, as I do in lives, okay, here, sometimes I don't wear a shirt. So they said they were going to report this channel as me being someone who was on here who was nude because I did not have a shirt on. I don't know what they do when they go to the beach. I don't know what, unless they do, maybe they don't go, okay? Maybe they live in the North Pole. I don't know what they do when they go to the beach, okay? Because males go shirtless all of the time. I don't know what they do, okay? When men are outside in their neighborhood and they are doing the lawn, they're mowing the lawn, trimming hedges. What do they do? What do they do? Okay? So they said they were going to report this channel. So I stood up to show YouTube that I had pants on, just to prove that I was not nude. Okay? So, yeah. All right? There could be false reports of you. Okay? And I mention that because I see that there are only 8 people in this room at this time. Okay? And that is a little unusual. It won't stop me from doing what I do, okay? It will not stop me from doing what I do, okay? Thank you so much for your appreciation, your love, okay? All right. As I mentioned, this channel was previously the Real Psychic Investigators, okay? So I want to share some spiritual downloads with us. Okay, I want to share some spiritual downloads with us at this time. I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay, and I have been traveling in Vietnam, or not in Vietnam, but I've been traveling in Southeast Asia for the last 10 months. For the last 10 months, I arrived on May 5th of last year. Okay. Divine Source, we thank you for the day. Okay. We thank you for all of those beings who are drawn to this channel for whatever reason that they are drawn to this channel. all of the upright beings, all of the beings that are here to learn, all of the beings that are here to teach. Okay? I do not hold all knowledge. I do not hold all wisdom. Okay? I can release what divine shows me. Okay? And then we go from there. All right? So if you are looking for someone to tell you about your journey, tell you about your story, tell you things about your journey that only you should know, this is not the channel for you. Okay? This is not the channel for you. My job is not, okay, as an esoteric being, psychic, whatever you want to call it, medium, okay? My job is not to tell you about your life. Okay? Your job is to learn okay, about your life and do the spiritual work. Okay? That is your job. My job is not to do your work. My job is to do my work. Okay? All right. The name Kirkman, Tillman, and Spelman. Someone could have gone to Spelman or some other historically brown college in America. Okay? Someone could have gone to some historically brown college in America. Not everything that I speak about here is going to be about you directly because there are 197 countries and 8.4 billion people on this planet. Please keep that in mind. Okay? 197 countries and 8.4 billion beings on this planet. So not everything that comes out here will resonate with you. Every now and then we have someone who says, I didn't do that, or I didn't do that, or I didn't say this, or I didn't do that, or I didn't. Well, that doesn't resonate for you, okay? Because if it doesn't easily fit, okay, then it's not for you. So just drop it and leave it for somebody else who it does resonate for. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in, Golden. Okay, I do have two public subscriber notifications. Okay, that I want to give shout outs for. Okay, and welcome in 1223. Welcome in 1223. December 23rd. Okay, or Christmas Eve. Okay, Christmas Eve. Okay. So our two newest public subscribers that I've received notification for, Only One Cat, thank you so much for subscribing, and Tamara, okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Those names could resonate with you, collective, for a different reason, okay? Only One Cat, okay, and Tamara, okay? So you could have only one cat, okay? Sacrally, if you are a female, you do only have one cat, all right? So, yeah, we have adult conversations here, okay? We have adult conversations here. So, if that's something you're uncomfortable with, okay, perhaps you should go somewhere else, all right? So, I don't know where Divine wants to take this, okay? I'm looking at Biblical Secrets Untold. I don't know where Divine wants to take this. If you are available Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, if you are available Sunday morning, tomorrow morning at Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m., you might want to tune in here. We will be live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be going into the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua. Okay, we are currently at the point in that reading where they are 24 years old and they are in India. Okay, they are 24 and they are in India. Okay. Previously, that was a text that I shared on Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. That is a shadow banned channel here on YouTube. If you are a truth speaker, you could be finding out that your channel is shadow banned You wonder why I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now. There are nine listeners in here. Okay. At 8 o'clock in the morning, there's normally 25, 30, okay, 40 listeners in here. Okay. So, divine source. Okay. We ask that you return to sender any and all blockages on this channel, even if it's done by YouTube, okay? Even if it's done by investigators who are of karmic energy, those who watch, those who are offended by the truth, okay? They don't want their truth exposed. They don't want you to know that there are karmic police officers, okay? Underhanded police officers, illegal government activities. They don't want you to know that there are karmic asses out here, even in governments all around the world. They don't want you to know that. So, divine source, Eravat, the great I am, the seven spirits of divine source, the seven spirits of God, as they are commonly known, with the ascended masters and the Sanhedrin Council and the Galactic Federation, we come and we block any and all karmic activity that hinders the truth of this channel. Because again, I see right now, okay, and it now it's up to 15. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. Any and all karmic blockages on this channel. You have given me the authority to release the truth here, divine source, and that is exactly what I am here to do. So I expect you to protect me, divine source. I expect you to honor that, divine source, and my willingness to go into the deep, to expose those things that are karmic, dark, and also to uplift those who are in alignment for their esoteric blessings, for their divine judgments. Judgments are dharma and karma, not just karma. Judgments are dharma and karma. Okay? Thank you so much, divine source, for all of the divine beings that you bring to this channel. Okay? Thank you. We are looking at 2005. Okay? That is 8:05 in the evening here in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay? I'm looking at a message. Okay? So when I speak about that, okay, I don't mean cat like that, but you can take it like that, okay? Typically, when I'm speaking, Rosa, okay, when I'm speaking about those things, I call the man's sacral energy a wand, and the woman's sacral energy I call a cooch, okay? So, if you're asking about that, that is what I mean, okay? That is what I mean, okay? So, no, to answer your question, no, okay? Because I do not call a woman's sacral energy a cat, okay? So, yeah. I hope that answers your question, okay? Just to let you know, okay, all the hearts going up there, divine is giving me kind of karmic energy, okay, from that. So all the hearts going up there, you're not fooling a damn thing, okay? All of the hearts going up there, that don't mean a motherfucking thing, okay? That means nothing, okay? Nothing at all, okay? So, yeah. What did I say Divine's name was? It's right over here. It's right here. What did I say Divine's name was? Yeah, it's right here. Okay? It's right here. Okay? Right here. Okay? Hello, Jennifer. Okay? So, yeah. All right. What else are we going to tap into? What are we going to speak to, Divine? I did write some things down here. Okay? All right. So those of you that have tuned in any time in the past, okay, what are some good times that I remember from the warlock who took my first wife? Okay, that I grew up thinking was my father, believing he was my biological father. What are some good times? What are some good times that I remember about him? For all the karmic ass motherfuckers that do not believe that karma is real, okay? I was part of the witness team that put his ass in prison for 40, and then the judge sentenced him to 40 to 60 years in 2014 when he was in his mid 50s. That is practically a death sentence. So for all of the karmic asses who don't believe karma's real, okay, who does not believe that I am who I say I am, I want you to go speak to the warlock serving 40 to 60 years in a Michigan prison, and I was a witness against them, okay? I want you to go talk to them, have a conversation with them, okay? Go look up his name. It's Kevin Thomas. Go look up his name. It's Kevin Thomas. Go look up his name. It's Kevin Thomas. Saginaw Prison in Michigan. Go look up his name. Go look up his name. To all the dumbasses who does not believe that karma is real and divine source brings judgment to the 3D, go look up his name. It's Kevin Thomas. Go look up his name. Okay? We have a private eye watching. Okay? We have Malcolm X was assassinated to silence the truth. Okay? We have the Bible down. Okay? Put the Bible down. Someone said they are in some type of Bay City. Okay? We have, again, Chambers Bay out here. Okay? Somebody said they're in the something about the Bay City. The Bay City. Okay? Whatever that happens to be. We have gunshots out here at a crossroads. We have Sherwood, Sherman, okay, and Sheraton. Sherwood, Sherman, and Sheraton. Okay. We have a philanthropist energy out here. West Coast philanthropist energy. We have Dallas, first, middle, last name, or a place named Dallas. Okay. A place named Dallas. Okay. Confirmation on Saginaw. Confirmation on Saginaw. Again, go look it up. Okay. So what are some good whatevers that I received from this warlock? Okay. So this warlock and I got to see Michael Jordan. Okay. Michael Jordan, NBA player. Okay. Commonly referred to as the GOAT. Okay. I remember you don't have to be sorry for my journey, Jennifer. Okay? I'm a badass motherfucker. And that's what I say to anybody who says I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry what happened to you. This is what I tell them every time. I'm a badass motherfucker. This is why they came for me. Born on the 333rd day of the year. I'm a badass motherfucker. I got pictures to prove that I am extraterrestrial. I'm a badass motherfucker. So don't feel sorry for me, Jennifer. Okay? Don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me, because that's not the energy I'm in, and that's never been the energy that I've been in. Never. I've never been one to just lay down in the gutter. Okay? And cry out. I've just never been that way. Okay? I've had my moments. Okay? And I get up, I lace my boots back up, and I get back to work. Okay? And I get back to work. All right? Okay? All right? So, what are some things that I learned from this, or what are some happy things Jennifer talked about learning from him? Okay? So, I did learn some things from him, but not directly from him. Okay? Other than how not to be a karmic ass warlock, witch, okay? I learned that, how not to be that, how not to be a polygamist. I learned that from him. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. But what are some good times? So we did go to see Michael Jordan play, okay, at the prime of his individual career. Okay. This was in the late 80s. Okay. He had not won any championships yet, but it was during the year that he averaged, I don't know, 35 points a game or whatever that was. Okay. The highest average since Wilt Chamberlain at that time. Okay. Right. And since nobody else has ever averaged 35 points a game over 84 games or 82 games or whatever that is in the NBA. Also, there are things that he spoke from time to time, being a religious polygamous minister. He was all of those: religious, a polygamist. He had 7 or 8 women going to work for him 5, 6, 7 days a week, and he did not hold a job down. He did not hold a job down. They brought him his paycheck, their paycheck, okay? And he spent it on whatever they wanted, whatever he wanted to spend it on. Okay? And so, what are some things that he spoke over time? Okay? He told me, all right, or he said during a Sunday service, okay? He said that there are sometimes when divine beings come together. He didn't say divine beings, he said marriage. Okay? He said there's sometimes when a marriage happens, okay, and it is so holy, it is so divine. He said that the skies open up. He said this one time in church, okay, in Leesburg, Florida. Leesburg and Florida. Leesburg could be anywhere, okay? There's a Fayetteville, North Carolina, a Fayetteville, Arkansas, and a Fayetteville, Georgia, in the United States of America. There's not just Orlando, Florida, there's also an Orlando somewhere else in the United States of America. This is why I say take what resonates. Take what resonates. Okay? So the name Orlando might resonate for you, not for a place, but for someone's name. Okay? Other things that he said, okay? I remember this warlock saying, okay, if you listen, Holy Spirit will tell you when to brush your teeth. I remember him saying, if you listen, Holy Spirit will tell you when to brush your teeth. So what did he mean by that? He meant that if you listen close enough and if you are high vibrational enough, Holy Spirit will lead you every step of the way, down to when you should brush your teeth. And Holy Spirit may never come to you and be like, you need to brush your teeth. But if you are highly tuned in, you meditate, you are celibate, okay? Celibate, not fucking, okay? No girlfriend, no boyfriend, you are celibate. Do you understand what I'm saying? Outside of you being married, that is the only option. Yes, I just said it. Outside of being married, that is your only option. And the only out is if you are married, even if that's to a karmic, low vibrational individual. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, celibacy. Celibacy. Yes. Okay? So, that's what he meant. Okay? That's what he meant. Okay? Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? Give me just 1 second. Give me just 1 second. Let me take a look at this name. Okay? Let me ask you a question, Naja. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Is this the Naja that I had? Oh, no, never mind. Her name is Naya. Okay? I was about to ask a question. Divine just reminded me. Her name is Naya. Never mind. Okay? Okay? So, celibacy. Okay? One of the biggest challenges in the 3D, one of the biggest challenges in the 3D is keeping your energy pure. One of the most difficult ways that keeping your energy pure is, okay, is in regards to sex and physical intimacy, because it is such an important part of our journey here. Okay, we were not created to be isolated beings forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. We need compassion, companionship, love. Okay, we are created that way. Even for myself, who's been celibate for years, we need those things. But you first must learn to give those things to yourself. You want to know why? Those of you who have this question in your mind, you want to know why you continue to attract low vibrational men or women that use you and abuse you and do not appreciate you? It's because you do not love yourself the way that you need to love yourself. Confirmation. You attract what you are. So if your energy and your vibration is vibrating at 99 hertz, whatever 99 hertz sounds like, whatever 99 hertz sounds like, but your divine partner is operating at, I don't know, 199 hertz, you need to get to 199 hertz before you can receive this divine being, masculine or feminine. You need to get to 199 hertz before you can receive them. And the way that you get there is celibacy. Okay? So, prostitutes, lowest sacral vibration and vibrational energy on the planet. Escorts that give sex, lowest vibrational energy on the planet, sacrally. Masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. Or males or females, I shouldn't say masculine or feminine. Male or females, doesn't matter. We all carry masculine and feminine energy. Doesn't matter. Okay? So if you want to get your divine partner, you need to go through celibacy. Okay? And I'm not talking 2 months and then turn around and be like, hey, divine source, where's my divine partner? Because if you go to the 2nd grade, you don't go to the teacher and be like, okay, I'm ready to graduate high school. Okay? Because you're not. Because you're not in the 2nd grade. You're not ready to graduate high school. Okay? You're not. So, for those of you who have only been celibate for 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, and you're asking, where's my divine partner? You're asking the wrong question. The question should be, divine source, what do I need to do? What else do I need to do in order to receive my divine partner? What else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? Okay? And then follow their instruction. Confirmation horn hawk. Then follow their instruction when they give you instruction on what you need to do to receive your divine partner. But that individual whose name is Kevin, he told me, or he said in church service, okay, that there are some unions, when they come together, the heavens open up. And he said something like they sing or something along those lines, okay? Also, he was a great comedian, okay? He was a great comedian, very funny, very sharp, just very funny, goofy, silly kind of guy at times, okay? I remember one time he jumped off the balcony. He used to play this character called Super Dad, okay? Okay, confirmation. He used to play this character in the house with the kids called Super Dad. And he would put on this cape and he would run around, okay? And all of that. At one point, there was a house that they lived in, and it was a 2-story house. And he jumped off the balcony, actually hurt himself, okay? But he would play Super Dad, you know? And so I do have fond memories, even of the warlock who took my first wife when I was in the military serving the United States, okay? As a U.S. Army soldier, okay? I still have fond memories of him, okay? We both enjoyed motorcycles, okay? And there was one time, only one time, that we rode together. Okay? And I don't mean me on his bike or him on mine. I mean, he had his motorcycle and I had my motorcycle, and we were riding together. Okay? That's a fond memory. Okay? And so, again, even though I was part of the witness team that put him away for 40 to 60 years in 2014, because I began to be aware of who he was, okay? The sexual predator that he was, okay? And how he would have his sons and daughters doing sexual things for him, to him, whatever, okay? And I became aware of that. So not just the women who were part of his polygamous organization, but also the children that those women within that polygamist organization gave birth to. When they became teenagers, 12, 13, 14, 15, he would have them doing certain things. I became aware of this even though I had been separated from him for years. For years. My last physical conversation with him was in 2003. That was my last physical conversation with him. Okay? So yeah. And I saw him in court in 2014, but obviously we did not have words. Why am I sharing all of this with you? Because I want you to know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And even though it might be someone that you grew up believing was your parent, it could be someone who actually biologically is your parent. Okay? If a time comes when you need to call them on their karmic bullshit, I want you to know, absolutely, I want you to know, okay, that it's okay and you can do that. So, if you need to call them out, your parent, whoever that is, out on their karmic bullshit, I want you to know. Someone once asked me in a live or made a statement, I don't know if it was a question. They said, I asked my mother if they would take a DNA test and they get mad at me. Let me tell you, that writing's on the wall. If your mother or father does not want to take a DNA test, okay, that's an indication. Why would an upright mother or father not want to have a DNA test when their son or daughter comes to them and asks for that? Why? Okay? If someone came to me and they were like, I think you're my father, I think you're my son. Okay. Put the needle in. Let's go ahead and see. You know what I mean? I have no problem. No problem whatsoever. I'm not running from that. I'm not scared. I'm not anything. If a mother or a father will not do a DNA test, okay, will not submit their blood sample for a DNA test, what are the chances that they are, what are the chances that they are hiding something? The chances are 100%. 100% that they are hiding something. Not 98, not 99, not 90, not 75, not 60. It's 100% they are hiding something. Why would an upright parent who loves their child, loves their son or daughter, why would they not want to submit a DNA test? Why? Okay? So, pay attention to those subtle indicators. Okay? Pay attention to those subtle indicators. Okay? We are going to pull some tarot, see what the energy is. Okay? This energy is for the overall collective that is right here in the live at this time. Okay? Again, not all of it will be for you directly. Okay? Feel free to ask your questions about how do you ascend, how do you clear this energy, how do you clear that energy. Okay? I have no idea when your inheritance is coming in. I have no idea when your divine partner is showing up. We just covered a lot of that. If you're asking a question of why and when, you're in the wrong energy in the first place. I don't wonder when she's coming in, okay? I just continue on my journey. I continue to do my spiritual work. It doesn't matter to me when she comes in. It doesn't matter to me when she reaches out to me. It doesn't matter. Just like it doesn't matter when whatever, when, what do they call it? The rapture. It doesn't matter if that happens or not. Okay? Okay? Excuse me for a moment while I delete a karmic ass motherfucker from this channel. Excuse me for a moment. Okay? All right? So, it doesn't matter to me when she's coming in. It doesn't matter to me what she's doing today. Okay? That doesn't matter to me. Okay? All that matters is that she is following divine source and that she is on her spiritual journey, becoming her highest, purest, truest self. That's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me. Okay? You will be surprised, okay? Once you get out of this place, if you're able granted access or ever granted access, you would be surprised when you take a look back and you see those who were once qualified but disqualified themselves. You might be surprised. You might be surprised at those who were once qualified but eventually disqualified themselves. Okay? So, that's why I don't pay any attention to that. She could be on her esoteric journey today, spiritual journey today, awakening today, and disqualify herself tomorrow. That's why I don't ask when. That's why I don't ask. Okay? And that's a lesson learned. Okay? That's a lesson learned. All right? Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru. The name of this channel previously, Real Psychic Investigators. It's interesting now that I've changed the name of the channel and some beings no longer show up. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay? Some beings only show up, okay, to hear about their journey. Ooh, what you got to say today about me? Ooh, what you got to say today about me? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is divine saying about me today? Okay? Those are lazy asses spiritually. Those are lazy asses. You don't want them. Okay? And I don't want them as subscribers. Okay? I don't want them as subscribers. Okay? You know what I want? I want the spiritual woman who's a warrior. I want the spiritual man that's a warrior, okay? That's a warrior, okay? All right? So, excellent, Golden. What does that mean for you? Okay? What does that mean? Okay? I want the spiritual man or woman that is a warrior. That's all I want on this channel. I don't care if it's 500 subscribers, 100 subscribers. As long as they are the strongest of the strongest of the strongest, it doesn't matter to me. Okay? It doesn't. Okay? Because I don't do what I do for votes. For votes. I don't do what I do for votes. Okay? And I don't do what I do for popularity. All right? Okay? I'm not sure what you're referring to about the other day, but again, I don't worry about it, okay? Because you know why? I am protected on all 14, 15 billion sides. It doesn't matter to me. I'm protected on the north, the south, the east, the west, the northeast, the southeast, the northwest, the southwest. I'm protected on it doesn't matter to me, okay? It doesn't matter to me, okay? And I know that for a fact, okay? This is what helps me to function the way that I do. So again, no worries. Forgiveness for you, for whoever it is, whatever you're referring to about the other day. It doesn't matter to me, okay? It doesn't matter to me at all, all right? So divine source, Aravat, okay? Thank you so much for this day, okay? We are in a Mercury retrograde currently, okay? So that could mean energy acting crazy, okay? um, electronic devices, okay, communication, okay, blunders, okay, misunderstandings about communication. Mercury retrogrades do that. Mercury retrogrades do that. All right. So, divine source, what are you wanting to share with us in regards to the collective at this time? We have death out here. We have the LARPer, okay? The LARPer, okay? Someone who is a liar, okay? Spiritually or physically, okay? This could be someone who's a fake tarot reader. This could be someone who's a fake psychic. This could be someone who's a karmic ass. This could be a religious individual. This could be a minister, okay? Who's going to stand up tomorrow and tell everybody that Jesus Christ died for their sins, okay? When Jesus hasn't done a thing for them, okay? Listen to me. When Jesus has not done a thing, Jesus might be a karmic in your life. But there's ministers all around the world that's going to stand up tomorrow and say, Jesus died for your sins, not Issa and not Yeshua. Their first name is Arabic. Look it up. ISA. ISA. Look it up. We'll ask Google right now. We'll ask Google right now. Okay? Was the original name of Jesus Jesus? No. It says no. The original name of Jesus, I'm so used to saying Yeshua, okay, was not, okay? It was Yeshua or Issa. Yeshua is Aramaic, Issa is Arabic, okay? Yeshua is the shortened version of the Hebrew name Joshua, okay? Yeshua, okay? So, yeah, and in Latin, it literally says, in Latin, let me show you this, okay? In Latin, their name is Jesus. So, where have you ever read that Yeshua was Latin and when they were born in the Middle East with dark hair and olive colored skin? Where? Yeshua is nowhere. Nowhere. No one can substantiate that name. No one can verify that name. No one can say that was their original name. Nobody, because it's not the truth. So, yeah. Okay. We have a LARPer out here. Okay. A LARPer. That's an individual who also could be watching you remotely, okay, with their nosy ass. See the remote and see the LARPer. Okay, you can look up a spiritual LARPer and the meaning of it. You see that remote? They could be watching you. They could be watching me. What's up, spiritual LARPer with your karmic ass? Okay, what's up, spiritual LARPer? Okay. So, I see we have 17 in the room and 19 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, we're going to shuffle some more. Okay, divine source, current energy of those tuning in. We have the Queen of Pentacles out here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I also see the Page of Cups. Okay, Page of Cups, some type of intuitive download. Page of Cups, Death card in the upright. Confirmation horn honks. 17, confirmation on 17, okay? Confirmation on 17. Anything else, divine source? Anything else? Anything else? We do have one more stack, okay? Something about delete, okay? You see this spiritual... You see this spiritual LARPer here? They have a cell phone in their hand, okay? So, they could be deleting information. The previous name of this channel was The Real Psychic Investigators, and we used to speak to the investigators directly. FBI, CIA, DEA, ICE agents, presidents, chancellors, dictators, all around the world. Okay? About karmic asses. Okay? A dictator is a karmic ass. Okay? A bully in the political arena is a karmic ass. Okay? Someone who's trying to take over something that does not belong to them is a karmic ass. Okay? So, President Trump, whoever, trying to take over something that doesn't belong to them, Iceland, Greenland, whatever they're trying to do. Okay? When there are homeless ass people sitting outside the gates of the White House. I bet you didn't know that. There are homeless men and women right outside the picturesque picture of the White House. Right outside that gate, there are homeless men and women. Some of them serve their country. Let me ask you a question. Now, I understand people have free will. So some of them choose to be homeless. Some of them are addicts, etc. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Okay? Let me ask you a question. What is the energy of someone who's trying to take over another country or trying to be a bully in the 3D? Trying to take what doesn't belong to them. Okay? If Trump's son or daughter got their ass beat by a bully in school, Trump would go to their defense. So why is Trump a political bully? Why is he trying to take over shit that doesn't belong to him? Again, I served the United States country, okay, from 1995 to 2003 as a soldier in the United States Army. I have a DD-214. Let me ask you a question. Why would a leader of a country be trying to take land that does not belong to them? What is Supreme Immunity Clause? Look it up. What is the Supreme Immunity Clause? It means that a government official in any agency, a government official can do whatever the fuck they want to and never be charged for it in the United States of America. That's what that means. Look it up. Supreme Immunity Clause. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, Sean. Blessings and peace to you. On Sean, some card fell out. What is this card? Okay. We have a Five of Swords energy out here, Sean. We have a Five of Swords energy out here, Sean. Okay. So someone's deleting something off of their phone or some other device. Okay. A delete. And this LARPer is holding a cell phone. And we have the remote out here. Yeah, that's it, Golden. Still, kill, destroy. Okay? Still, kill, destroy. All right? Devil energy out here. Okay? We're going to roll some dice on this. Okay? On this devil energy right here. Okay? Or death energy. I said devil. Okay? Death energy out here. We're going to roll some zodiac signs. Confirmation. So divine source, okay? Death energy card out here. 3 zodiacs. What is the first zodiac on the death card? We have a Gemini. Gemini. Okay? He might be afraid of death, okay? So next card, next roll with Gemini out here. First zodiac. These are sun signs, so that you are not confused. We are talking about sun signs, okay? So you don't have to wonder, ooh, is it? But they're a Gemini moon. Well, we're not talking about that individual, okay? So death, Gemini first roll, okay? And then we have, okay, Then we have second row, we have Aries. So Aries, second row, Aries. Gemini, Aries, Aries. Okay? Next, we have a Taurus. Okay? We have a Taurus energy, bull energy. Again, bully, bully on the death card. On the death card. Those three sun sign zodiacs. Those three sun sign zodiacs. Okay? Confirmation on the 2222. Okay? It is currently 8:44 in the evening in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, Saturday evening. It is 8:44. That is an 8-8. That is an 8-8. It is 2044. Okay? Confirmation on the mother energy that's in Aries. Okay? On the 413 birthday. Okay? Divine source, what else? Okay? I might just want to hear from you for a minute, collective. Those of you who are tuned in, I might just want to hear from you. I see that there are 24 in the room and 21 likes. Thank you for the love. I might just want to hear from you for a moment. Okay? Let's go ahead and roll some numbers. Okay? I'm feeling like rolling some numbers is the right next step. Again, welcome to Spiritual Wisdom and Esoteric Truths, or Esoteric Wisdom and Spiritual Truths. I say that both ways all of the time. Okay? There's something about equality. There's something about equality and balance, again, of the masculine, of the feminine. Okay? Someone mentioned Bob Marley. Okay? Don't worry about a thing, Bob Marley. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright, Bob Marley. Okay? We have 12. Okay? We have 12. So Sagittarian, Capricorn energy. Okay? Sagittarian, Capricorn energy on the first roll of the numbers. Next roll of the numbers, divine source for the collective. What do we have? We have a 4. Okay? We have a 4. Okay? So how many times does 4 go into 12? 333, baby. 333. That's how many times. 333. That's how many times. 4 and 12, 333. That's how many times. Okay? So, December 4th or April 12th. Okay? Last roll of the dice. Okay. And another 4. And another 4. And another 4. Okay? And another 4. We had 2 4s. Let's roll it a 4th time. And a 10. And a 10. And a 10. Okay? Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. 4466 or 4464. Okay? And a 10. So, we're looking at Libra and Scorpio. Libra, Scorpio, Aries energy out here twice. Okay? Aries energy, or it could be Taurus in the month of April. Could be Taurus energy as well. Okay? So double confirmation on Taurus energy for sure. Double confirmation, triple confirmation on a Taurus energy for sure. For sure, a Taurus energy. Okay? That is the heaviest energy. That is the heaviest energy in here at this time, is a Taurus energy. Again, upright or karmic, doesn't matter. So yeah, maybe I want to hear from you for a minute, collective. Maybe I want to hear from you for a minute. Okay? Where are you in your journey? Okay? What's going on with you in your journey? Okay? What is divine source speaking to you? Okay? If you're needing clarity on a specific thing, I have no reason, I have no need, or I have no issues against sharing my perspective or whatever that is. Okay? Mm. That's interesting, Rasta Wolf. Okay, so there are blockages here again. In the last live, someone said that they were going to report the channel because they said I was naked because I did not have a shirt on, okay, with a ignorant ass, okay, but yet they don't report photos of men on beaches with no shirt on. So why would they think I'd be sitting here with absolutely no clothes on? Just a karmic ass, Rasta. Just a karmic ass. Thank you so much for tuning in, Rasta, though. I appreciate your energy always. Always. Okay? Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So maybe it's time for me to hear from you. Okay? I have posted, this is the third live within 12 hours. Okay? I had not posted any lives in a minute because I was doing a visa run, what is known as a visa run here in Vietnam. I had to go renew my visa. That was a 12-hour process, okay? And so, yeah, right? I needed to get back to the hotel and get some rest after that 12 hours of standing in line and whatever else is involved in that visa run. So, yeah, all right? Glad to be back with you. Glad to be back on, okay? Thank you, Newfound. Okay. Yeah, Sean. I did share a lot more in detail of that journey, okay, in the most recent lives. But yeah, okay, woke up at Friday, 3 o'clock in the morning. Did not get back to the hotel in Vietnam until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that was 13 hours, okay, 13 hours for that process, okay, to renew my visa. Normally, I just fly out and fly back in, and it's a shorter process, although it costs more. So, there could be something about you having a decision. So, do I go with this karmic? They put me through hell. Or do I go with this high vibrational energy? I have not known them for very long, okay, but I sense that they're high vibrational. Do I go with the usual energy? Or do I go with something new? That could be a decision for you. What are you going to do? I don't know. Okay? But I'm here to listen. Okay? I'm here to listen. Also, Divine has been speaking to me about the 16th level of perfection. There was a book written. The book title is Pinnacle of Holiness. Pinnacle of holiness, and it deals with the 16th level of perfection. That is not perfection like man sees it. That is not perfection like man sees it. When man says perfect, man thinks everything's right. Everything's zipped up, strapped up, buttoned up. That's what man says. But perfection in divine source's eyes, it means you are simply obedient. Okay? To their guidance. You are humble, okay? That's what that means. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. It means you understand masculine and feminine energy, and you have no problem spiritually knocking the fuck out of somebody who decides to come at you in a karmic way, okay? If you think that being meek and humble means that you are to be a doormat, you misunderstand and you are misled by religiousness. If you think being meek and humble means being a doormat and being trampled on by others, you have been misled by religion. Yeshua was meek and humble, but Yeshua didn't take their bullshit. Okay? They did not. Okay? And again, for those of you who are available, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m., New York, 10 a.m., Florida, 10 a.m., North Carolina, 10 a.m., Maryland, 10 a.m., Maine, 10 a.m. time. We will be live with the next reading of the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua the Christ on Esoteric Wisdom and Spiritual Truths. Currently, they are in India and they are 24 years old. Currently, where we are in that reading, they are 24 years old and in India. I hope you can attend. I look forward to sharing that with you. Okay? So, any questions? Anything that you have, collective? Okay? Anything? We have BMW. Okay? BMW. And again, I flipped it out on Aravat. Aravat is, that's my name. Aravat is like, show it again. Aravat is like, show it again. Show it again. So somebody in this energy, you need to understand the divine name of Most High, God. Their name is Aravat, as in the book of Enoch. Okay? We read this in the book of Enoch. Okay? All right? Thank you so much, Newfound. I appreciate you. Okay? Your energy. Okay? I am becoming more hesitant, okay, on giving those, I don't know what you call them, whatever they are, okay? Again, so there are those who tuned in every live, though there are those who tuned in every live when we were the Real Psychic Investigators. That was the previous channel name, okay? And only in the last 48 hours did I change it. And there are plenty of those, okay, whose names I do not see here. So why were they tuning in? Because they were only interested in, ooh, tell me about myself. Ooh, tell me. Ooh, tell me. Ooh, tell me. And now that that isn't the case, because the energy has changed, Divine has guided me to shift the energy, okay? Now they're not interested. Because sometimes people only want the prophet or prophetess to show up to tell them about themselves. But the truth of the matter is that's not their job. Your job is to know about yourself. Your job is to know about yourself. The names Tyrone, Tyshawn, Tyrese, and Tanya. Again, Tyrone, Tyshawn, Tyrese, and Tanya. Okay? Something about a vacation, someone stolen at birth, trigger warning, stolen at birth, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, stolen at birth. We have Gen X, Earth Angel, triple homicide, and anointed. Gen X, anointed, Earth Angel, and triple homicide. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Your favorite show. All right. So, anointed, triple homicide. Okay. Someone could take themselves out and their family. Okay. So there's a wife, a husband, and a son or daughter. Some news about a triple homicide. Okay. This could be within the church. This could be within the coven. We have Gen X. Gen X. Okay. So, someone born between 1981 and I don't know, whatever, 92 or something like that. I don't know when Gen X years cover. Okay. Let's take a look and ask. What are Gen X years? sorry. Why was I thinking Gen Y for that? Okay, so Gen X is 65 to 80. I was thinking a generation ahead. I was thinking a generation ahead, so there could be something about an age gap, something. I was thinking a generation ahead. So Gen X is 65 to 1980. Okay, that covers my lifetime. Okay, my birth, I should say, my birth, this lifetime. Okay, something about a triple homicide. Okay, something about a triple homicide, 65 to 80. Okay, 1965 to 1980. Okay, all right. I don't know. I was thinking about the next generation. Something about the next generation. Again, that could speak to, yeah, some type of gap of some sort. Okay. I'm looking at the warlock is dead now. The warlock is dead now. Someone's never gonna get it. Lieutenant Colonel Abel Young and Command Sergeant Major Mohammed. Okay, these are U.S. Army officers. Okay, that know about Lavina Lynn Johnson's murder of 2005. Lieutenant Colonel Abel Young and Command Sergeant Major Mohammed. A spiritual slave, you are, or they wanted you to be. You are. What's up, Justice League? Welcome to the new name in the channel. Welcome to the new energy of the channel, Justice League. Okay? Welcome to the new energy of the channel. Okay? Yep. So I will show you these cards out here as they are. Okay? So we have a warlock that's dead. Okay? We have someone who's never going to get it. Okay? We have Lieutenant Colonel Abel Young. There could be a Lieutenant Young, a Lieutenant Abel, getting Cain and Abel energy. Okay, also. And a Command Sergeant Major Muhammad. Someone could be Muslim out here. Muslim. Okay? All of my challenges in being Muslim, okay, or claiming that, okay, Ice Cube or whoever, all of my challenges with Muslim energy is associated with Elijah Muhammad and that lying prophet who fucked teenagers, minors. Yes, yes, that's why Malcolm X was assassinated, okay? Because he was exposing that false prophet, okay? Who was fucking women all over the world, getting them pregnant and leaving them to bear these children. Elijah Muhammad. That is my challenge with the Muslims, whatever, faith, belief, Nation of Islam, whatever that is. That's my challenge, okay? We have Command Sergeant Major Muhammad out here. That's why I'm mentioning that, okay? That's my challenge with that, okay? That's my challenge with that, all right? We have Ralph, Rupert, and Herb, okay? We have Florence, Fleece, Flojo. We got Isis out here. I knew that was going to show up at some point because I saw the energy before I came on live. Isis out here. In the 3D, ISIS is a terrorist organization, but in the 5D, ISIS is a divine spiritual being, okay? ISIS, ISIS, and that's the confusion between the 3D and the 5D. That is part of the confusion. Okay? So again, secret societies, they know. The Vatican, they know. Terrorist organizations, why would a terrorist organization name themselves ISIS? Why? Somebody answer me in the comments. Why would a terrorist organization name themselves ISIS after a divine upright being? Why would they do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same reason why the third eye is placed on the dollar bill. It's the same reason. Because they know the truth. They just choose not to share it with you. Okay? They know the truth. They just choose not to share it with you. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Okay? We got the Bronx. Okay? Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your jazzy ways. This is why your love is here to stay. Biggie, can't you see? Okay. Bronx, New York, Christopher Wallace. Christopher Wallace. Christopher and Wallace. Christopher and Wallace. Okay. Let me get rid of this karmic ass motherfucker. Okay. All right. Charles Young. Okay. Bronx. Okay. Brooklyn, 5 boroughs, 8 boroughs, 3 boroughs, whatever New York is, okay? Whatever all of New York is, okay? Manhattan, Brooklyn, whatever all of that is, okay? How many ever boroughs, okay? Yeah. How many ever boroughs? Looking at the name Michelle, I split this deck in my hand. We have Rare Event and Count Saint Germain. Again, I welcome your question. New York City, baby. So there's definitely something in this energy right now about New York City, and we're looking at just sex. So someone could be from New York City, okay? Mm. The big rotten apple. Um, Thank you, Rasta. Just, yeah, thank you. Okay. Whatever recognition that is for you. Okay. Just allowing divine source to speak through me. Okay. And this, do you know something? What I'm getting right now? Do you know what I'm getting? And with that horn hawk confirmation, do you know what I'm getting? Divine source is starving. Listen to me, okay? Divine source is starving for someone to step up to the plate, okay? And be their energy in the 3D. Divine is starving for someone here in the now, here in today, in 2026, to step up and be the divine presence in the earth. Divine is waiting. Someone who's humble, someone who doesn't seek the spotlight, but someone who receives divine attention and divine awareness accordingly. Divine is waiting, and divine is starving for somebody to step up and be that divine light. Let me ask you a question. Will you? Will you? Okay? Will you be that part of divine source that they need to shine? One of the things that divine has shown me recently is that every being here, that's a good answer. Yes is a good answer. Everything that divine source has or is, okay? Divine source has shown me that we are all each a part of that. So some of us are the hand of divine source. Okay? Some of us are the eye of divine source. Some of us are the nose, throat, mouth, throat, right? Some of us are the heart, okay? Some of us are the solar plexus, Okay? Some of us are the sacral, some of us are the root, some of us are the leg, the foot, the shin, the thigh. Okay? We are all a part of divine source. Yeah, you are Justice League. You are. Okay? And so, the part that you are, divine source is asking you. Okay? To be that light. Whatever part of that light you are. That's what divine source is asking you to be. Okay? Whatever that is. Okay? And that's even for the karmic, low vibrational energy. Okay? And I'm even getting away from saying karmic. It's just low vibrational energy. Okay? Divine source is asking, who's going to step up today with faith strong enough that they can walk on water when they're walking down the street and they see a man or a woman in a wheelchair, and I speak to them and I say, pray for them. Are you the one? Are you the one? Nurse, doctor, can you step outside of your degree? Nurse, doctor, NASA scientist, can you step outside of that? Okay? All right. Looks like you're repeating the same message. I'm not sure why that is. Okay. So, all right. Again, any questions? I do have one more deck to shuffle here as far as the tarot is concerned. I do have one more deck to shuffle here. All right. Divine source energy for the collective that's tuned in at this time. Messages for those that are tuned in at this time. Anything from this stack, any messages or any tarot. Okay. We receive as you give. We receive as you give, Aravat. We receive as you give. Okay. That might be it. Okay. We have justice out here. And Seven of Pentacles in reverse. That is a message. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Justice, Seven of Pentacles in reverse message, and the Wheel of Fortune message. I can tell you it's rare to get the Wheel of Fortune message out here. Okay. Not the tarot. The Wheel of Fortune tarot comes out all of the time. Okay. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. I don't know. You're asking me to pick up on your energy. Okay. I return that to you. And I say you pick up on your energy. Okay. And I say you pick up on your energy. You want me to pick up on your energy? You tell me about your energy. You tell me as I deliver the divine messages. You tell me what resonates. You tell me what resonates. Okay? There are 8.4 billion people on this planet and 197 countries. You want me to pick up on your energy? I return that to you and I say you pick up on what resonates for your journey. Do you get me? Do you get me? Yeah. Know thyself. You pick up on what resonates for your journey because it's not my responsibility to know yours. Okay? It's not. Okay? So, we're going to read these messages again, and I'm going to read these messages out here, okay? That we have 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. I said 10 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles messages, okay? Okay? So you being subscribed don't mean shit, okay? You being subscribed to this channel don't mean shit, okay? What are you trying to do? Throw a divine being a bone, okay? You being subscribed don't mean a goddamn thing to me, okay? It doesn't, okay? Because if you're not drawn to this channel and to the energy, to the spirit of this channel and this collective, it don't mean shit for you just to subscribe because I'm not out for numbers. And if you can't tell, that by the words of my throat chakra, you sleep anyway. Okay? Okay? I'm not out for numbers. Okay? So you can unsubscribe to this channel. It don't make a fucking difference to me. Okay? It doesn't make a difference to me. All right? It's up to you. So we have justice out here. And this Seven of Pentacles message says, I'm working day by day towards our future and our stability. I also want to invest more in spending time with you. And again, this message came out in reverse. So there is someone who was out here and they could be telling you, okay, I want to spend more time with you. I want to invest in our future, because this came out in reverse. They could be telling you, I want to spend more time with you. I want to be a part of this. I want to ascend with you. I want to awaken with you. But they are a liar. They are a liar. Okay? This energy came out in reverse. Okay? And there's judgment. Okay? And this could be past energy too. Okay? Past energy too. So this could be someone, again, that you thought was, but you found out they weren't. You thought they were, but now you realize they are not. Okay? Like that individual said, a liar. Okay? A scam artist. A scam artist. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Let's take a look at this card. I will show it to you. Hello, Cher. Okay? So, Wheel of Fortune, okay, the number 10, okay, says, I'm starting to see that my actions have come. There we go. Now we got some honest ass energy out here after the karmic ass motherfuckers tried to tell you, okay? Oh yeah, I'm with you. I'm for you. I'm working on myself day by day towards our stability. I want to invest in you. Upside down in the reverse. That's a lie. Okay? That's a lie. Now we got the real energy with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm starting to see that my actions have consequences. And I'm giving up blaming others. I surrender to the will of God and let it be. Now we get to the truth. Now we get to the foundation of the issue. Now we get down to it. Okay? Yeah, all them regrets. Now we get down to the truth. Because judgment is whooping their ass. Again, all of the karmic energy that shows up here, go look up Kevin Thomas and Saginaw, Michigan. You will see that his ass got sentenced and started that sentence on 11/3 of 2014 for the ignorant asses who come in here who try to gaslight me. I was part of the witness team that put him there 12 years ago. So go ahead, look it up. Again, everything that I say here about my journey, it can be proven. There are medical records that show blood filter 7717 after 4.5 years of dialysis. There are medical records that show no more seizures after the age of 8 because I healed myself. Medical records, military records. Now they are saying, I'm starting to see the evil ways of my deeds, the karmic actions that I have chosen, and those consequences. Now they're starting to see that. And they're giving up blaming others. So they can't blame mother, father, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, niece, nephew, husband, wife. They can't blame them anymore. Now they have to take blame for themselves and accountability for their own actions. Now, yeah. Now, yeah. Okay? So, and again, death energy out here, okay, with those cards. So, and to all of that, okay, and to all the bullshit, okay. You know, one of the things that I've realized in the last 72 hours or something, And divine sources, show me, give me a moment while I read this message. Again, I don't have to do anything for show. Okay? Divine source shows me who they are every day, all day, constantly. Okay? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? The divine beings that join me on this journey, it is what it is. Okay? So, whatever signs and synchronicities you hear or you see, okay? This someone in the live just mentioned that they saw something, okay? Someone recently saw lights flickering around me in another live. Whatever that is just divine source. And again, I don't be like, yeah, like Jay-Z or no, Kanye. Yeah, Kanye West. Yeah, I'm Jesus. Yeah, I'm nah, nah. I don't need to do that. Okay? I am who I am. They who they are. Okay? I will never ever say that I am Issa. I am Yeshua. I will never say I am a joint heir. Okay? And I am highly connected to them. Okay? But I will never say that. Okay? I know where my throne is. It is 2 seats to the right of divine source. That is where my seat and my permanent throne is. They've given me a key. I'm the only one who can sit there. Okay? But I don't walk around beating my chest talking about I'm Yeshua, I'm Jesus. First of all, again, that's not their name. We read that and proved that earlier. Okay? So again, yeah. Okay? Just being me. Okay? Just being who I am. There was something by a bird or something out there just now. All right. Again, I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay. Someone asked me in the last live, they asked me, what is it that I love most about being here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam? I've been traveling in Southeast Asia, okay, for 10 months now. Okay. On the 5th, we'll officially make 10 months. I arrived in Malaysia, my first country in Southeast Asia, from the US, from LAX. I flew out of California. That was the first time I had ever even been to California, was to the airport, right? And I arrived in Malaysia on 5/5. Okay. What is the, and I answered them, it's a very good question. What are the things that I enjoy most about Ho Chi Minh City or Vietnam? Extremely, okay? Very genuine, okay? Yeah, those are my protectors, okay? Those are my protectors. Some of them protect my heart, okay? One of those divine beings that protect my heart, I know for sure, is a grandmother energy. Her name is Odessa. She will whoop your ass. She will whoop your ass if you show up and try to do some karmic ass shit to me through love energy. Odessa, that's where Nehru comes from. It is of India, not Indian American like Cherokee. India. India like Gandhi. India. Okay? She will whoop your ass. Okay? She's not playing. She wished she could do more in the natural when she was here with me. Okay? But she was older. She will, yeah, yeah. Right? So I mentioned two things to the one who asked, what do I enjoy most about Ho Chi Minh City? There is a free an energy of free spiritual worship here. So you could walk down the street, okay, and you could see somebody practicing Tai Chi on the sidewalk, okay? You could see someone, they are practicing their worship, okay, of Shakti and Shiva right on the sidewalk in the middle of the day. It doesn't have to be some holy day, some Sunday or anything like that. It's just Monday through Sunday. It's just constant, constant. The openness and awareness of spiritual journey, and we are not here just for a physical thing, is amazing here. in all of Asia. Okay. In some areas, Buddhism is more heavily practiced. In other areas, Hinduism is more heavily practiced. But that spirit of being open to and honoring the ancestors and open worship, it is very prevalent in Southeast Asia. Very, very, very prevalent. And that speaks to me loudly. Okay? The other thing is the weather. Okay? And that was my other answer to them. I told them it was two things. So it's their spiritual openness to that. Okay? I walk down the street and people recognize the Eye of Horus. Okay? People recognize the Eye of Horus and they're like, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, and they do their mudras or whatever they want to do. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They recognize. They recognize. I love that. Not again because it's about me, but because I also honor them and my Egyptian ancestors. Okay? I love that. Okay? In addition to that, the weather is always 90 plus degrees typically. Okay? On a cloudy day, it's 85 degrees. I love that. I love that. I don't want to shovel snow. I don't want to live in snow. I don't want to be in 30-degree weather, 65-degree weather. I don't want to be in any of that. I love the warmth. I love the warmth. Okay? And I love the 365 access to Gaia. Okay? I don't have to wear snow boots outside to ground myself. Okay? I can go outside. Okay? Yeah, I can go outside and I can stand on the grass in December, in July, in August, in September, in November, in March. I can go outside any day and I can ground myself and be completely comfortable grounding myself standing in the grass with Gaia, connecting to Gaia in Southeast Asia. Every day, all day, 365. That is the second thing that I enjoy about being here in Southeast Asia. Oh, someone else comes from Southeast Asia. Okay? I see someone else says they come from Southeast Asia. Okay? Okay? Thank you so much, Newfound. It's good to connect with your energy. I hope you continue to stay in the upright. I hope you continue to stay in the upright. Okay? Again, there are those who no longer tune in because the channel name has changed and all they were interested in. Okay? Ooh, 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 ooh. Tell me this name. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is it this person? Ooh, 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 ooh. Is it that person? They were not really interested in the spiritual lessons. Okay? They were not. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. Is there anything else, Divine Source? My name is Nehru, Nehru, Nehru. Okay? And my journey is a demonstration. Okay? My journey is a demonstration. Thank you so much, Justice League. Thank you so much to so many of you that are regular viewers of the channel and continue to be. Okay? To those who fall off, allow them to fall off. Okay? Allow them to fall off. All right? Let's get some angel numbers to close it out, Divine Source. Okay? Let's get some confirmations for the spiritual deities that have stayed the course. Okay? Did you hear what I said? Let's get some confirmations for the spiritual deities that have stayed the course. Looking at 10:10, it is 9:27, 9:27, okay, in the evening here in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay? Blessings to you as well. Blessings to you as well. Okay? Okay. So, Divine Source, thank you so much for bringing all of the new energy here, okay, to esoteric wisdom and spiritual truths. Thank you so much for bringing all of the new energy. Those who are hungry, okay, those who are hungry, okay. And again, I don't say that because of me. Okay, you will never hear me say, I said that, I did that, I'm this, I'm that. You will never hear me. You will never hear me be a pompous ass, okay? whenever something happens and it's a miracle, whenever something happens and whatever a miracle is, it's magical. Okay, you will always see me give honor to divine source. I will never sit there and place myself in their position. This is how the devil got exiled. Okay? This is how the devil got exiled. Okay? Because they wanted to take divine's throne. Okay? Also, in the religious book, we read about the tree of good and evil. Divine source gave Adam and Eve, as that story goes, Adam and Eve the commandment not to go near or touch or eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Why did divine source say, do not go near the tree of knowledge, earthly, not wisdom, knowledge, earthly, okay, of good and evil? Because divine source was protecting them, and they were completely protected in this place that had watermelons the size of houses, grapes the size of your hand. They were protected in this land. But once they became aware of not just the good or the abundance, but the evil, then they had to run and hide themselves and place things over their sacrals. Okay? So then they had to go hide their wands. Then they had to go hide their cooches, because their eyes had been opened and they had known both good and evil. That was never what divine source wanted. That is never what they wanted. So when divine source provides protection and advice for you, follow it. Follow it. Follow it. Okay? Follow it. Yeah. I think so, Rasta. I think so. I think so. All right. So, divine source. Angel number closeouts. Angel number, I think we're going to pull 4. Confirmation nose itch. We're going to pull 4. 4. 4. 4. Okay. Also, that speaks to the earlier Aries energy and Taurus energy that came out here with the roll of the dice. Okay. Aries and Taurus. Okay. Aries and Taurus energy. Okay. Divine source. Angel numbers to close it out. Angel numbers. We got the first one out here face down. Horn honk. Okay. Angel number. One landed on the left wrist. Woo! We got a 2, 1, 1, 2 landing on the first, landing on my wrist. Okay. We got a 55, 55. That's a 20. Okay. What is 5 times 4? A 20. 5 times 4 is a 20. Divine source. One more. One more for the Taurus Aries energy. One more for the 4. One more for the 4 Taurus Aries energy. Divine source. 77, 77. And a confirmation burp like a mother. That was loud. Woo! And I turned this, the only one that did not flip out here upright. Collective. This is the magic of the journey. This is the magic of the journey. When you trust, when you obey, this is the magic of the journey. Do you hear me? I kept saying 4s for Aries and Taurus energy, and the only card that did not flip out here in the upright, where I could read the number right away, and on the horn hawk, it was the first one that came out. Rewind the video 20 seconds. I'm flipping through the cards, and the first one, I said it's face down, and it comes out 444. Motherfucker, I know what I'm doing, and divine source is speaking through me. And that's all I want. That's all I want. And that motherfucker was for the energy that is low vibrational and karmic. Divine source, you reign supreme. Erevat, you reign supreme. There is no one greater. No one greater than you, divine. No one greater. 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 And we got 28 out here for fours. 28. What's 7 times 4? 28. What's 7 times 4? 28. Yeah. That's right. Nobody, listen to this, does it better. Okay? Nobody. Erevat all day, every day. Erevat all day, every day. Erevat all day, every day. I'm going to say to you, and it might sound a little strange. I'm going to say something right now. And I'm going to say something, and it might sound a little strange. It might sound a little strange to those who are not aware. Okay? Does your master know about your channel? I'm not sure what that means, Rasta. Okay? I'm not sure what that means. Does your master know about your channel? Okay? I don't have a master, Rasta. Okay? Take a look at this mudra right here, Rasta. Okay? I don't have I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Rasta. Okay? But take a look at this for a second. Here's a mudra for you, Rasta. Here's a mudra for you. Again, I can kick my best friend's ass, and it's up to them as to whether or not they want to continue to be friends. Rasta, I've given you a lot of energy. I've shown you a lot of love. Take a look at this mudra, motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck your question means, but here you go, Rasta. Here you go, Rasta. I don't have a master. Okay? Yeah, I don't have a master. Okay? If you're speaking about the Buddhist master that I met here, yes, I showed them my YouTube channel, or at least, yeah, I showed them my YouTube channel, okay? I doubt very seriously if he tunes into this, okay? I doubt very seriously if he tunes into this, okay? He probably doesn't even have YouTube on his phone or a cell phone. I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Okay? He has administrators that take care of things for him. He has administrators. I highly doubt if he even has a cell phone. I highly doubt that. Okay? Thanks for clearing up the confusion. Okay? Thanks for clearing up the confusion. So let's go ahead and read these angel numbers, shall we? 7777 on the 28th. There's a need, okay, for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you. This is for the karmic energy. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, karmic, low vibrational energy, doubters, low self-esteem, okay? Low solar plexus energy, and then you'll just know the right next step to take. We're talking about perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, okay? So, karmic energy, time for a new perspective. You are getting a new perspective, being shown a new perspective. Again, time for an awakening, okay? We have clarity out here with the 5555 energy. Clarity out here with the 5555 energy. We have it's up to you with the 2112 energy. And we have the 444 for protection. Let's read this 444 angel number. Okay. We have 24 in the room and 32 likes. Thank you everyone for your love. Okay. Get ready. Get ready, cause here I come. Get ready. Okay. Wanna play hide and seek with love? Let me remind you, it ain't alright. Whenever I ask to make my dreams real, I say that you do. You're out of sight. Well, twiddly-dee, twiddly-dum. Look out, baby, cause here I come. Get ready. Okay. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. Get ready. So say no to those who play hide and seek with your love now. It ain't alright. Yeah. Get ready. Protection. 444. Okay. Next, we have, I want to read the 2112 number first. Okay. It's up to you. Okay. We are looking at success. Okay. When it comes to, or someone watching over you. Okay. I said success over you. Okay. Good fortune, unexpected forces, unseen forces. Okay. All of that resonates for you. Direction. So divine source is wanting me to also remind us, okay, for those of you that are in alignment for don't forget, okay. Hello, Ebony. Okay. Divine sources bringing something to my attention, okay, about wedding vows, or wedding ceremonies, not wedding vows particularly, but wedding ceremonies, okay? So when, and I have this written down and I shared it in the last live, and Divine is wanting me to share it again. When Divine Source brings two divine beings together, okay? That is the only marriage that Divine recognizes, even though everyone that you've exchanged sacral energy with is a husband or a wife, and that's why you need to clear your sacral energy. Okay? When Divine Source told me that, I was like, damn, you mean we are adults, we are grown, we can have grown folks conversations, right? So I was like, damn, you mean I was fucking on a demon? Yep, that's right. Wait, so you mean I was making love to a demon? That's right. When Divine Source told me that every being that we exchange sacral energy with, we are spiritually bounded to in a marriage until we break those karmic cycles. So for those of you who are wondering, why is it so difficult? Why is this that? Because you're looking at the last marriage. You're only looking at the most recent marriage or the most recent relationship. You need to go all the way back to you 16, 17, 18, 19, whenever you gave up your virginity. Since that point, you have been marrying every being that you have exchanged sacral energy with. Okay? Damn! Sorry, I felt the same way about my journey. I'm just being honest. I felt the same way about my journey, all right? Again, okay? Again, okay? So, yeah. So in your marriage, divine only recognizes a divine union between upright men and women, okay? So a lesbian relationship, I don't care what you say, Queen Latifah. I don't care what you say, Raven Simone. I don't care what you say, Ellen Degenerate, the Degenerate, okay? I don't care what you say, okay? I don't care what you say, Dwayne Martin, okay? Former husband of Tisha Martin. That's why she left his ass, okay? Because he was giving his ass to men, okay? I don't care what you say, Will Smith, okay? I don't give a fuck about how much money you got, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't care what you say, P. Diddy. I don't care what you used to say, Quincy Jones. I don't care what you say. A divine union is between a female and a male gender, and not a male gender who got their cooch changed to a penis. A birthed male gender and a birthed female gender is what a divine union can be, and that's all that it can be. If divine created them male and female, that's all that they can be. That's all. I don't care if they're a billionaire. I don't care if they're a gojillionaire. I do not care. The only divine unions on this planet and anywhere else is between a created male and a created feminine energy. That's it. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Yeah. Okay. So, in marriage ceremonies, the whoever, priest, officiator, they stand up there and they say, if there is anyone in here, amongst us, who sees why this man or woman should not be joined in marriage, let them now speak or forever hold their peace. There should never ever be that clause. They should never ever, ever, no officiator, no pastor, no minister, no priest, no whoever, okay, should ever, ever give audience opportunity to speak against a union. Never, never. I'll be damned if somebody stand up there in my next wedding, my last wedding, okay? I'll be damned if they stand up there and say, if there's anyone here who think I'll punch them in the fucking mouth, do not ever, whoever officiates the wedding, I will let them know 5 times, 20 times, 30 times ahead of time. I want you to know, sir, I want you to know, ma'am, if you stand up here and you say that, I will elbow you in the jaw right in front of everybody. In my tuxedo, whatever I'm wearing, I will punch you in the mouth if you give way for some being other than my bride and myself to say anything about this marriage and what it should not be going forward, or that it should not be. I know you will absolutely not open the floor for some dumbass to stand up and be like, nope, I don't think so. No, never, never, never. So to those of you who get married in the future, don't let somebody stand up and say, is there any man or woman here who sees why these two should not be joined? Don't let them stand up and say that. Don't even give them opportunity. Don't even give them the floor. No one deserves the right to speak against a union. No one. No one. No one. And don't give them opportunity. Okay? Hello, all right, all right, all right. And don't give them opportunity. So, whenever my next union comes up, okay, wherever she is, tuning in now or not, I just want you to know that if that is someone you know who officiates the wedding or someone that I know, I just want you to know ahead of time, okay? If you get blood on your dress because I punched them in the mouth, because they refuse to not speak that, even though I gave them warning to not say that in our wedding ceremony, and they say it anyway, I just want you to know, divine feminine or divine masculine female, I just want you to know that I will give them plenty of warning ahead of time. I just want you to know that. And this is the first warning. I just want you to know that. No one will be allowed to denounce or speak against what divine source has brought together. No one. No one. 2112, it's up to you, okay? Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, okay? Oh, yeah, thank you. But I'm not looking for her golden, okay? She's either on her high vibrational journey, okay? Or she's a lazy ass. It doesn't matter to me, okay? What I was gonna say, and that reminds me, what I was gonna say about divine source when I was showing those all four angel numbers, okay, is that I'm in love with divine source, okay? I'm in love with Eravat. So it doesn't matter. She can show up or she cannot show up, because again, she can fall off, he can fall off at any given point in time in your journey together. And when they fall off, what are you gonna do? If they fall off, what are you gonna do? Divine, you brought this person into my life. Since they're falling off, since they're going astray, I guess I need to follow them. What are you gonna do? Okay? She can't ride my coattails and I can't ride hers. Okay? So I need a strong ass woman. A strong ass woman. Do you hear me? Okay? A strong ass woman. A Wonder Woman in the spiritual realm. A Wonder Woman in the spiritual realm to handle this incredible Hulk. So I don't seek her out. Okay? I don't seek her out. She either is on her journey or she isn't. It doesn't matter to me. I've been celibate for years and I can continue. Why? Because I know the benefits. I know the benefits, okay, of being celibate and being divinely guided and protected on the journey. In Vietnam, ass is offered to you all of the time. Women on motorbikes, they will stop and they will ask you, man, okay, do you want some? They will ask you, okay, at spas, wherever, they will ask you as you're walking down the sidewalk, do you want some? You can get it whenever you want to, but is that the sacrifice you want to make, men and women? Is that the sacrifice you want to make? Okay? So, yeah. So I don't know what she's doing. I don't know where she's at. And I'm not worried about that. Okay? When she shows up, I'll know that it's her. And if she never shows up, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Because at the physical age of 51, I don't need that. And I've ascended to such a place. So, best wishes to her. And whatever she's doing, wherever she's at, wherever she's, whatever she's, whatever, best wish. She shows up or not, she can forfeit me. That's her loss. That's for damn sure. You hear me? You hear me? So she could forfeit me. That's her loss. That's for damn sure. Damn sure. Because I don't know who she is. So there's no connection there anyway for me. There's no reference point for me. If she knows who I am, there's a reference point for her, because she'll see my videos continuing to move forward. She'll see the books that I write moving forward. She'll see that. I have no reference point for her, so it won't hurt as much. Get it? All right? So even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number 2112, 2112, okay? Oh yeah, no doubt, okay? No doubt. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and dreams are coming true, is the last sentence. And dreams are coming true. 2112. Okay? 9/12, September 12th, the 211th day of the year, the 112th day of the year, however that goes for you. What's up, sweet Gail? We are closing this out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? Um, Sweet Gail, I think I sent you an email about the alchemy class. And if I didn't, send me an email stating that you did not get the email. Okay? If you could do that. Thank you very much. All right? Clarity 5555. Someone could deal with allergies, Claritin. Okay? 5555. Okay? I love this card, and it comes out on a regular basis, okay? And I love this card, okay? I love this card. And those of you that have tuned in to recent lives, okay? Yeah, it's true, Gail. If you didn't receive the email, just send me and let me know. Send me an email and just let me know you didn't receive it, okay? And then I'll send you the email. You aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are the beneficiary of them. Okay? So this brings me to another message, okay? Another esoteric wisdom and spiritual truth concerning our journey here. Oh, Christine, what's up? Okay, I'm about to sign off on this live, okay? We're about to go out. Okay, I've been live 3 times in the last 12 hours. This is my 3rd time going live, okay? You can't make up for sleep, but you can make up, okay, for lost esoteric time, and that's what I've been doing in the last 12 hours. This is my 3rd live in 12 hours, okay? Or something like that, 18 hours, something like that, okay? So, what is all of this for? Okay? Divine Source shared something with me. Okay? Divine Source shared something with me. Okay? And this will be my third marriage and the 3D. Okay? Someone put 3 times a charm. This will be my 3rd marriage if it is to be. Again, she could drop the ball at any given time. She could drop the ball, fall off the wagon, whatever, choose somebody else at any given time. This is why my journey does not hinge on her. Okay? This is why my journey does not depend on her. Your journey, women, should not depend on him. If he shows up, when he shows up, if he shows up, when he shows up, ladies, okay? Do not hang your destiny on somebody's testicles. Listen to me. Listen to me. Do not hang your journey on somebody's testicles. Don't do it, ladies. Don't do it. Okay? One of the messages on esoteric guidance, extraterrestrial earth angel is, okay? Men, okay? You do not need pussy for your purpose. And ladies, you do not need dick for your destination. Those are strong words. I understand that. But listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Men, you do not need pussy for your purpose. Ladies, you do not need dick for your destination. Because if they happen to fall off at some point in time, go back to false energy, start doing witchcraft against you, get jealous of you, okay? Anything along your way, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna give up on yourself because they gave up on you? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's a question. for you to ponder. What are you going to do? Okay. But you aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are the beneficiary of them. During during the Buddhist ceremony that I was privy to recently on Thursday evening, okay, that's the key, is to love yourself, okay, regardless of what another does, okay. And I was just thinking about my journey as I was sitting there listening to the Buddhist master speak. I was just thinking about my journey, thinking about some of you that I've divinely connected to, and I'm just thinking about it, and I'm just thinking about me being here in Southeast Asia, my journey here, and I'm just thinking, what is all of this for? What has it been for? Me meeting the karmic twin flame that I thought was the real deal, okay? What was all of this? What was all of it for? What was all of it for? And Divine Source clearly said it was for self-realization. It was for self-realization, okay? For self-realization, okay? And so, self-realization, okay? So, why did your brother, sister, mother, aunt, cousin, lover, whoever came against you? Why? So that you can start asking the questions and then get the answers for the awakening. Why did someone steal your mail? Why did someone sell you at childbirth? Why did someone create a false death certificate? Why did someone take out life insurance on you? Why did someone steal inheritance that was left to you by someone who loved you? Okay. Why did they why did they lie on you at work? Why did they lie on you about your business? Why? For self-realization. For self-realization. And that's the best answer I've had. Best answer I've received so far is for self-realization. That's why. So that you could become, hopefully, your highest, purest, truest self. In the religious book, okay? In the religious book, okay? Yeah, whatever, we can go into all of that, okay? They have negative attachments. They were led by the devil. We speak to some of those things. But the grandiose picture, confirmation, in the grandiose picture, what was it for? And it was 2200 exactly. That's 10 o'clock. What is it exactly? Why was it? Okay? Why was it? It was so that hopefully just a few would waken. Just a few would waken. Okay? That's what it was for. Divine Source was hoping that even through karmic energy, that just a few would awaken, and they would start to awaken the masses. Just a few would awaken, and they would start awakening the masses, because they'd be unafraid and unapologetic about the truth. That's what it's for. It's for your self-realization, so that you could start meditating, so that you could go into celibacy and stop giving away your sacral energy, so that you could go into meditation and start opening up your chakras and activating your natty frequencies and start tuning in and getting spiritual downloads through your third eye, through your crown, through your heart chakra, through your sacral, through your solar plexus, through the 108 other, so that you could, or 7 others, so that you could awaken for self-realization. For self-realization is what it's for. That's what it's for. That's what your journey is for. So yeah, that's what it's for. Why did he this? Why did she that? For self-realization. Because if they didn't smack you in the face, okay, with their karmic energy, you never would have awoken, perhaps. Okay? If they didn't do the evil against you, okay? If they weren't unfaithful to you, cheated on you, lied to you about being at work, okay? If they didn't record you in the house, okay? If they didn't do those things to you, you would lack some sort of self-realization, okay? And that brings a brand new spin on gratitude and being thankful for your journey. Being thankful for your journey. So those of you who come on here and they say, I'm sorry that you had to go through that, okay? I'm like, fuck you, okay? Because I'm a badass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So don't be bringing your, I'm sorry this happened to you. You can take that sorry, low vibrational energy somewhere else, okay? And tell somebody who will receive it. But you can't come this way and be like, I'm sorry you went through what you went through, because I am not sorry, not even once. Not even once. I'm thankful that the warlock took the first wife I was married to. I thought he was my father and my best friend. I'm thankful for that. Do you know why? Took that karmic ass diseased motherfucker off my hands. So take her ass. Take her. I don't take her. You know what I'm saying? Take her. I'm glad the Scorpio moved her family from Texas to Florida, okay, when we started dating, okay, to be closer, to take me out. You know why? Because now today the motherfuckers know exactly who I am and how strong I am, okay? And now they've ceased their attacks because they know. Why? Because I had to show up. Because they wouldn't take the little hints, okay, as indicators. They had to find out. So I'm thankful for the journey today. I'm thankful for the journey today. The journey of celibacy. I'm thankful for the journey today. I'm thankful for the journey today because I understand how wise it is to protect my energy. I'm thankful for the journey today. There is no I'm sorry for anything today. None. None. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it. All of the attacks, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful that Judy isn't my real mother. I'm thankful that Kevin isn't my real father. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the black sheep energy they sent to me. I'm thankful for the isolation that they sent to me, not including me in family reunion. I'm thankful for that because I'm not their family. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful. So be thankful. Yeah. 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 Okay? So you are not the victim of your circumstances. You are the beneficiary of them. Okay? If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. The shift of, it was for my good. So, why did my children do witchcraft against me? It was for your good. Why did your ex-husband do witchcraft against you? It was for your good. Your ex-wife? It was for your good. Why did your fiance? Why did your whoever? It was for your good. Your neighbors? Whoever. It was for your good. Why did the pastor side or minister side with the karmics? It was for your good because it was time for you to leave religion anyway. It was time to go. Okay? Hello, only one. We are closing this out. Okay? And giving energy strength, okay, to those who are tuned in. It was for your good. Never ever see yourself as a victim. Okay? High vibrational star seeds, healers, light workers, okay? Ascended masters, okay? Never. Empaths, truth speakers, oracles, never, never see yourself as a victim, okay? You are the victor. You are the victor in your journey. You are the victor. Okay? I don't know if there's a greater message ever. I don't know. And when I say greater message ever that I'll ever speak than I've spoken in the last 10 minutes. Know who you are, know why you're here, and embrace that journey because it's for self-realization. It's for self-realization. So there's no more need to ask why, okay? There's no more need to ask when. There's no more need to ask how come. There's no more need for that. There's no more need for that. Divine Source has answered your question. It is for self-realization so that you can become all that you were meant to be. My favorite slogan of the United States Army was be all that you can be, okay? That's my goal. That's my purpose, not just for myself, but to help you be all that you can be, okay? Thank you, only one, okay? Thank you, newfound, okay? Sandra, thank you. I send great love to you all, okay? I'm getting ready to close it out, okay? Great love, Christine. Thank you so much for tuning in. Is it Shara? Not sure what. Oh, Shara, I believe. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. This channel is formerly The Real Psychic Investigators. So if you go back, okay, to the history or to the lives, okay, up until recently, very recently, okay, there were only live psychic investigation readings on this channel, but that is changing, okay? And the purpose of this channel now, and the reason for which I am here in general, okay, is as a Master Builder 33. That is a Master Builder teacher. That is my purpose for being here in the 3D. So moving forward, there will be lessons, both that you and I learn. Again, I hear from Spirit, okay, just like you do, or just like you have the ability to, okay? So the things that I write down, the things that I share, these are spiritual downloads that Divine gives me. I go, I read, I do the research, and then I bring what Divine wants me to bring to you. I bring that to you, okay? Interesting, Christine. Interesting. Iran received a military strike of some sort, okay, from the U.S., I'm sure, okay? And so, again, okay, anything that comes out here, okay, in any readings that are done here, energetic readings, okay, empathic readings, they could be connected to any one of the 197 countries on this planet, as well as any of the 8.4 billion beings on this planet. Okay? Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, for your energy, okay, for your love, all of the genuine love I do receive, okay? And I return all manipulating love icons, hearts, any of that that's sent through karmic energy or what have you, just for show. I return that to the sender times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. Thank you so much, Divine Source, for your protection over me, over the collective, over the investigators, over all of those beings, judges, attorneys that are really truly out here seeking justice, not just trying to fulfill a quota, not just trying to close a case, and they are not just a public defender out here with no choice but to defend those who come against or who need defending. Okay? We are for justice and truth. And truth is more important than justice. Truth is more important than justice. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And as always, be encouraged.